Hello and welcome to At the Table podcast. Thank you so much for having me in your ears. This episode is a very special episode. It's actually not coming out on Friday too. It's coming out tomorrow's Tuesday. And it's coming out tomorrow because it's my birthday. I turned 24 and today is my last day of being 23. So I wanted to make like a letter to Fikaya a year from now, who will be turning 25. So this is 24 questions for 24-year-old Fikaya. And I'm really excited to be able to do this. And hopefully the hope is by next year, I come back and I kind of answer all these questions and kind of just recap 24. So I'm just going to start. And my first question is, Fikaya, how are you? How's it going? Like, are you happy? Are you really happy? Like, what happened? How is everyone? Like, how's mommy? How's daddy? How's Dami? How's Maya? How's Simi? How are the girls? How's Mo? How's Khadija? How's Oyin? I hope you stay a part of their lives. I really do. I hope you're intentional with all of them, the young and the old, and that you just continue, and that this year you continue to show your family how much you actually care about them and how much you do love them, because family is the number one thing. There is nothing more important than family. And I hope that you are sitting in that, and you're sitting in their love, and you're sitting in their embrace, and you're sitting in that. Question 3. How's school? How was your master's program? If you went all the way, you should almost be done. You should be graduating rather soon. Did you get that GA position that we are currently waiting for? You did the interview last week, but you haven't heard anything back. Did you get it? How did it go? Another question is, how's Ivy? You know who Ivy is. Maybe not everyone, but how's Ivy? How's she doing? Have you gotten pictures recently? If you haven't, you should go get pictures and maybe check on her, see how she's doing. Another question is, how's the podcast? How is At the Table? Have you gotten to meet anyone cool yet? Have you made really cool partnerships? Have you done any brand deals? How is this going? Are you still consistent? Do you still show up? Do you have a team? How big is your team? How's Soft Light going as well? How big is it now? My next question is, what was the last thing you learned? What was the last thing you learned? Have you been reading books? What was the last book you read? Are you still so busy? How's it going? And like, is it a good busy or is it like a bad busy? Are you like super active still? Are you still going to the gym? Are you still staying consistent with that? What have you done in the last year that you're proud of? What was one like lesson that you learned that took that you didn't know you were going to learn? And what was one challenge? What was the time that you failed this last year, and what did you learn from it? What are you looking forward to right now? Like, what's coming up in the next few months that's making you tick, that's making you go? How's your relationship with God? Are you still going to church? Do you still go to the church you go to? Are you still a protocol? Do you still do that? Or have you moved to the children's department like you've been contemplating? What are your hobbies right now? Like, what do you do for fun? Do you still go on your really, really long walks? Do you still knit? I don't think you still knit, because I'm almost giving up on knitting. Who are your favorite authors right now? Who are you listening to? Podcast-wise, music-wise, oh my goodness. what's your favorite song right now? There's a project that you are working on right now that you're planning for next year. This right around this time next year. Did you do it? How did it go? What did you learn? And if you didn't do it, that's fine. But like, why didn't you do it? What happened? Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of the woman that you're becoming? Are you married? Oh my goodness, are you engaged? Are you pregnant? I mean, either or doesn't matter, but like, hey. Are you engaged? Do you think it's coming soon? Is that happening? It's okay. If it's not, that's fine. When the time is right, the time is right. But I'm just being a little nosy. How are your friends right now? How are they doing? Have you become a better friend? Have you learned how to communicate better? Have you learned how to tell them when you need help, or when you need a shoulder to cry on, or when you need some strength? Have you learned how to communicate with them? Have you made any new friends? And if you have made any new friends, can you give me some tips? Because I'm trying to figure it out now. I wonder what works. I wonder if they find me along the journey, or if like I actively go out and I go find them. Do you have like a very, very close friend? Like a very, 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 very close friend that like you see her often and you guys are all up on each other's space like sisters? Do you have that yet? Yeah. I wonder, what's your temperament like now? Like, what is your personality like now? Like, are you much more, like serious? Or are you still so silly? Or are you bright? Or, like, I don't know. What's your temperament like? What would you describe your character to be? Do you feel much more mature? I wonder, this year, who has made the biggest impact on your life? Who has really, really stood there with you and helped make things happen with and for you? What relationship could you not have done without this year? What lessons have you learned this year? I'm not sure if I've asked that question, but what was a very, very big lesson that you learned this year, or something that you learned that you don't know now at 23? How's your career? How is development? Oh my goodness. I'm sure by now you are so good at it. And how are the people you work with? There's a very specific answer I'm looking for later, and I hope that you get it, but I hope it's good. I hope you really, really, really enjoy your development work, and that you stay there. I think it's good for you, Fikayo. I think it's very, very good for you. How is your hair? How are your locks going? Have you cut them off? Right now, everybody's cutting off their locks. I don't know what that's about. At 23, I don't have the desire to, but I'm not very comfortable in my locks, I will not lie. So how does that feel? Like, are you much more comfortable in your locks? Have you been wearing them out more? Are you more confident in them? They're probably super long now. Like mid-back, huh? Yeah, I suppose. Any new habits that you picked up this year as well? Aside from the ones that you're doing right now, which are a few. Anything that like you picked up this year that you just learned along the way that really just works for you. In 24, do you lean into yourself more? Did you forget what other people think and like do you more? Find what you like more. Lean into you no matter what people might say. Did you do that more? Did you put yourself out there more? Did you advocate for yourself more? Did you stand up for yourself more? I hope you do. Do you say the things you don't like more and affirm the things that you do? Do you say no more? That's very important right now. You're not saying the things you need to say sometimes, and you're not saying no where you need to say no. Sometimes you need to stop doing that. Do you still protect yourself? That's very good. I need you to. You have to. You have to, because aside from you, there's only a very, very select few of people who will protect you the way you protect yourself. You need to make sure that you're protecting yourself. And not only that, but you find good people that'll protect you when you can't protect yourself. Are you still going to therapy? Therapy is very important, Fikaya. Therapy is very important. How does going into 25 feel? Did you feel that prefrontal cortex develop? Because I promise you now, right? Like I promise you, Feeks, like even when you're driving, it feels like like prefrontal cortex loading. I'm telling you, you feel it. So like I can only imagine what it's like when you're going into 25. Like it must have really hit, huh? Oh my goodness, this is another really good one. I just thought of it. But how's your PCOS? How's the PCOS going? How are you handling it? Have you gained a lot of weight? We're working on that, remember? Stay consistent, go to the gym, eat healthy, work out, drink a lot of water. That's what we're doing now to help manage it, okay? Please manage it. You need to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, nothing else happens. Your health is the number one thing you have, babe. You need to hold on to that. It's hard. It's trying, but it'll be worth it, okay? Stick to it. If you've fallen off, that's fine. It's fine. But this is me telling you to get back on. You need to get it together. Get it together. How is your speaking going? Like, have you gone to any, like, speaking conferences? Are you public speaking? Right now, you're not very good at it. You get very scared, and, like, your words kind of come in together. But I'm wondering if, like, you kind of get through that, or maybe you get a speaking coach or something, and you guys work together, and that is coming together. But let me know, like, I want to hear that. I want to hear about that. I want to hear how that's going. Speaking of, what are some goals that you're shooting for right now? Do you have anything cool coming up? Do you have your goals changed? Do you have this crazy idea of something you want to do in the future? And it's gonna take a lot of school, baby girl. I wonder if you still want to do that. Oh my goodness, another good question. Have you been slowing down? You need to slow down. You actually need to slow down. You need to implement more things in your life that'll make you slow down. It's very important. And I think we're at the last question. I absolutely asked more than 24 questions. I surely did. But here's the last question. Do you know that I'm proud of you? Although, you know, some people don't, like, get it. I'm the only one that gets it, you know? I know how hard you're working. I know how bad you want it. And I know how hard you're running. I really wish you all the best. I really, really wish you all the best. And I hope that every single goal you have, you get there. And please remember, literally, babe, the sky's your limit. In fact, the sky's your starting point. Nobody can hold you down except for yourself. No one's capable of it. No one's strong enough. And you've already been through some pretty hard things. And you got through it. And no, you didn't come out unscathed, but you came out of it. So no matter what's going on now, or no matter how tired you are, or no matter what it looks like, you're gonna be fine, because you've been fine, and because you've done it before. I believe in you so much. So much. I know you're just gonna blow yourself out the water. And I'm so happy I get to watch you on that journey, because I think you're pretty cool. Yeah, I think you're pretty cool. All right, I think that's it. I am going to now go pack up. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go do 1,000 steps. I'm going to load this podcast so it comes out at 12 a.m. tomorrow morning. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Now, if you're still listening to this, can you do me a favor? Can you sing for me? And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Feeks. Happy birthday to you.